This is TY back with another video, and we got a lot of boxing news. Well, a few little boxing news that came out a little bit this evening regarding some stuff in the world of boxing. The first thing that I wanted to cover is I guess that they have the date and they have the site for the Caleb Plant David Benevidez fight, which that fight will take place. Hold on, real second. I think it said 1 second. Let me see. It said March 25th at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. So look, man. Like I said, I've said this in the previous video, or not the previous video, but videos back. You can see it on my channel. But look, this is an exciting fight between Caleb Plant and David Benevidez. To me, this is a 50-50 fight. Caleb Plant is coming off a very impressive knockout against Anthony Durrell. I think David Benevidez fought. Man, who is it that he fought? He fought. Man, forgive me. Oh man, I forgot the dude's name. I know. Man, what is his name? He's the guy that fought Triple G back in the day. I can't think of his name. Forgive me. But he fought him. I think that was the last person that David Benevidez fought. Was I can't think of that man's name. But yeah, he fought that guy, and he stopped him like in the third round or something like that. So yeah, this is gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight. It's a 50-50 fight. You know, the thing that Caleb Plant is gonna have to do is, do what he usually do, is just using his boxing skills. You know that David Benevidez is gonna come forward, and the thing is, is Caleb Plant gonna have enough power to get David Benevidez off of him? And is his power gonna be respected? For against David Benevidez? That's gonna be the thing. That's gonna be the thing that I'm looking out for in the fight, because the fight is gonna be a close fight. I think that it's gonna, like I said, it's a 50-50 fight, because it can go either way. Caleb Plant can outbox David Benevidez, but then David Benevidez can come in and punish Caleb Plant. And it could be a back and forth thing. Both of these guys that don't like each other. They've been going back and forth for years, regardless if it's on Twitter or regardless of what it is. They've been going back and forth. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this fight. Of course, this fight is going to be something personal, because these guys, like I said, they don't like each other. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see who wins this fight, because I definitely want. I don't know who I want to win this fight. David Lemieux is the man's name. I'm sorry. It just now hit me. David Lemieux. He had fought David Lemieux last. David Benevidez fought David Lemieux last. And that was the last person that he fought. That was back in May. Sorry about that. Forgive me for that. Brain fart. I couldn't remember who. I knew his name was David, or I couldn't remember his last name, David Lemieux. But David Lemieux was the guy that fought Triple G back in the day and got stopped by him. So, but like I said, that fight is very interesting. I definitely want to see who comes out, because whoever comes out of this fight, hopefully they get the Canelo fight. Maybe Caleb Plant if he beats David Benevidez, he gets a rematch. And if Caleb Plant gets the rematch, then he gets the rematch to Canelo, or David Benevidez gets the rematch, or he doesn't get the rematch, but he gets his fight against Canelo. Excuse me. So it'll be interesting to see what happens between the two guys. This is a very exciting fight at 168 pounds. So I can't wait for that. In other news, so it looks like, there's reports, I don't know if it's true or not, but there's the reports going around that Innoue and Stephen Fulton might be happening. Innoue is moving up in weight after him being undisputed, so he's gonna move up, and man, that'd be something, man. For him to move up and fight Stephen Fulton, that would be huge, for Innoue, just to come all the way up And in the fight, Stephen Fulton, that would be something. I mean, I mean, that's a little bit impressive for him to come up and just say, you know what, I'm gonna fight Stephen Fulton. You know what I mean? That's very, very impressive for him to just say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and make this fight happen with him, because this is the guy that he was undisputed at bantamweight. So for him to move up to move up in weight, that's gonna be something, man, to fight Stephen Fulton. I guess they were saying that the fight might happen. It might happen in Japan, so we'll see what happens. But I like that fight. I like the fight. I think it's gonna be a good fight, because you know that Stephen Fulton, he gonna do his thing. You know, he's gonna do his thing. He's a very talented boxer, and he's coming off his win against Daniel Romaine. So I think he won. He retained his titles at the super bantamweight. Yeah, super bantamweight. So it's gonna be interesting, man. And that's at 122, I want to say. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if this fight happens. This is gonna be a good fight. But I expect Stephen Fulton to win. I think Stephen Fulton has shown that he can do it all. You know, he can box, he can bang. He showed that in the Brandon Figueroa fight. I was very impressed with his performance against Brandon Figueroa, as far as him going in the inside and fighting with him in the inside. And I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was going to box, but no, he didn't do that. He came in there and banged it out with Brandon Figueroa and actually pulled it off. You know what I mean? Pulled off the win. So there was reports that him and Brandon Figueroa was going to have a rematch, but now it looks like it might possibly be Monster Innoue versus Stephen Fulton. So I'm very excited for this fight. Can't wait to see it. That's going to be an exciting fight if that fight takes place. And then in other news that happened, Edgar Berlanga, I guess, has parted ways with Top Rank. I guess he's going to go his separate ways, and now he is a free agent. I think that, he fights at 168 pounds, so I think that, all the talent is at 100. All the talent at 168 is on PBC. So I guess if I was him, that's where I would go to PBC. Get you a couple of fights in, but that's where all the crop is at, man. The cream of the crop is at PBC. So it'll be interesting to see what does Edgar Berlanga do. Edgar Berlanga to me, honestly, he hasn't really looked good in his last couple of fights. He bit the man's ear. He bit the man's ear in his last fight. I think it was in Gulo. I think he fought, and he didn't look all that impressive to me. And even in the fight before, he got dropped. So I don't know. I really don't know, man. We'll have to see. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's still young, and so we'll have to see what happens. But to be honest, man, I don't know. I don't know about the guy, but I just feel like, there was a lot of hype surrounding him, because he had that knockout streak in the first round. But, since that he's moved up in competitions, that's what happens when you move up in competition. Things change, you can't just knock out everybody, So it'll be interesting to see what he decides to do. If he's gonna go to PBC, is he gonna go to the Zone? Is he gonna go somewhere else? Where is he gonna go? I mean, in my personal opinion, everything is at 168 is on the PBC side. You know what I mean? You got I don't know how long Andre is gonna be there, but he's there for right now. You got, like I mentioned earlier, you got Caleb Plant, you got David Benevidez. I don't know if Anthony Durrell's gonna stay around or not. Canelo, I don't know what Canelo's gonna do. But you got a lot of guys. Oh, and you got the young talent in David Morrell. So you got a lot of talent. And then Jamal Charlo, if he decides to move up. So there's a lot of talent, man, at 168 pounds on the PBC side. So it'll be interesting to see what he decides to do. But man, this was a lot of news that happened this evening. I just wanted to report on that. But like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about all this, about the news that came out this evening. What do you think about the Caleb Plant David Benevidez fight? What do you think if it's possible that Innoue and Stephen Fulton may fight? And what do you think about Edgar Berlanga, parting ways with Top Rank, and now that he's a free agent? I mean, I would like to know all you guys' thoughts on all topics. If you want to talk about it, that's fine. But let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the whole entire LDBC. And let me know what you guys think.